Ugh! I was too slow. And I hate it when the game kind of acts like in this weird position where it's like, oh, I'm targeting Liscar, but I'm also targeting Reedy. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm surprised that the game did not push him down. That's what I was doing. I was hoping his ass would be pushed down. But the game was like, no, suffer. Like, I wanted to finish this an hour ago. Like, seriously. This shouldn't be too much different from anything else. It's just getting more DP and putting down Fuckboy. Also, I don't think Fuckboy really matters at the end of the day anyway, but that's for another time. Another talk for another time. Another issue comes around, just taking a hit here because of, her. I'm gonna have to put her in there. I just have to make sure I get the ending correct as well. Thank you. And that's another thing to know. If I mess up the ending, I'm screwed also. So, you know. Fun times all around. I should have done Kyobe. That was really bad idea. Also, he actually killed that dude? Really? Okay. This is a really bad situation. Come on. Oh, you had to go first, of course. Okay. I'm gonna barely have time. Maybe. Or I might just have enough time to do it. There we go. That was a weird way of doing it, but it worked. Now we just have to get everything correct again with the brawlers, and then from there on. I'm just gonna take you out. Awesome music. I always like this music. Oh, fuck. Not again! Not again! Gosh, damn it. The issue is I keep focusing on other stuff, and I keep forgetting that his existence exists. There we go! There we go! That is what I'd love to see. Okay, I'm gonna have to take you out. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, don't fuck me over. Okay, game did not fuck me over. Fucking hallelujah. That is the only issue I have, is the game can easily fuck me over. I hate it. I absolutely despise it. Why is that a thing? I don't know. Can someone please help me? I'm a troubled soul. Okay, I'm not saying random ass shit, but you get my point. Okay, let's do Miss Gravel, Miss Hottie. There we go. Ooh, that is what I'd like to see. Okay. We have 3 bros. There we go. Whoo! Okay. Oh. Keep putting down Gravel. Keep putting her down. Just keep her down. Just keep her down. Okay. Now just don't mess up. Okay, we good. Put you down. Okay. Okay. Shit, 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 shit. Woo! I don't want to have that thing happen again, man. That is so traumatizing. I think I could take you out now. Shoot. Don't forget about it, though. Shit! No! Fuck you! Stop! Stop! Oh, did I live? How the fuck did I live? Oh my god. Oh, did I live? How the hell did I live? Oh my god. Oh, oh god. Oh, the hell. Oh. Okay. Okay, one, how the hell did I live that? At the top there. I thought I was fine, but they were creeping up really quickly. I almost died right then at that moment, but the samurai dude just stood there. Probably because I think what happened was the game, looked at it and saw, oh, okay, you push with the water cannon. We're just gonna stun for a little bit. Just rub those cheeks a little bit. So I think that's what ended up happening. And then, because he got stunned, it gave me enough time to get enough SP to push him and barely survive with a few seconds before instant loss. And then, of course, I was able to do enough DPS on the right there. I need to find some better way for Saria, and I just don't see it. I really don't see it for a higher risk easily. It's just gonna be one of the things that I would have to build other operators and make sure I build other operators, and it's just I don't want to take the time and resources to do that just to get a little bit more risk. It's like, at this point, I've already gone risk 18. I'll take, like, 27 here. Compared to the last two risk CCs, I'll take this any day. And like I said, I need at least one more deploy. Like, if this was, like, only one deploy to, like, reduce to 8, I probably would be able to do risk 29. But no, that's not the case. I just don't do enough damage to be able to deal with the early wave with minus 50% attack. And then, of course, Speedy Boys, on top of everything else, it's not a plausibility. I would have to use, of course, at least Elysium's S2, which is not bad, but gotta be the top 0.5% doctors. I really don't give a fuck. I'm at this point, I'm probably top 2. And even then, I really don't care if I'm top whatever. Hello, and this is, of course, a quick update for CC and general thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. So pretty much, I wanted to note that I probably could have gone a lot higher risk easily. There are stats that people found or got that pretty much you don't really need Kyobe or even Limit Break, but depending upon the operators that you had or if built, it could be a lot of RNG or not. It was either a very long time to get it right and very RNG heavy, or take the time and resources to build, let's say, cat dude. I can't remember his name right now. But pretty much, Phantom. There we go. You see, that happens from time to time. But, anyway, Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was not too interested still. I can and could have done it. I actually did try again, but I think that a lot of issues come down to like making little errors here and there. Just getting the beginning perfect. Then there's the RNG aspect to it. And honestly, after a certain point, I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I had enough, and I just want to do dailies, and I'll take Risk 27, because at the very end of the day, like I always say, anything above Risk 18 is not important. The only reason why you would just be bragging rights, or to feel good that you got something higher risk. As free-to-plays, just go for Risk 18. You do not need to go anything above, okay? Okay. But aside from that, I could have. I decided not to, and that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I think that's one of the issues that I tend to have, is I tend to worry about that stuff, and then I tend to also make little tiny mistakes here and there, that I just keep restarting over and over, and I never really finish, and I get more angry, and it's just... If you ever see me do ranking event runs from SUMD so long ago, you would kind of understand what I'm getting at, or the feeling of trying to do something very difficult like high-risk CCs, especially if there is RNG involved. Now, granted, I never got to that point, and I never really got things correctly, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. And yeah, Kyobe was not necessarily needed. Pretty much the other strat was, for higher risk, anyway, was to, of course, the same Elysium Myrtle bagpipe at the beginning, and then having, at the right timing, pretty much have Syria or Hashiguma tank. I kind of learned through my experience, through at least trying a few times, that it didn't really matter. Just someone who can tank. Syria kind of preferable. You could probably go with 11 or 10 operators. I think it was like 11, or is the lowest amount of operators you could get through with max risk. 11 operators, max risk. Yes, it is possible. You just have, it's better to use Phantom. You could just use Syria and just do note about DP issues because of it, but something to note, you can just go with Syria, hence the 11 operators. Syria at the beginning with the S3, then Syria at S3 again in place of Manticore, or not Manticore, Ethan. Pretty much the strat was with RNG and killing the mages and stuff like that. You want to slow down Faust enough to eventually be able to flip-flop Reedy. This is, of course, after you defeat everything else, and it's pretty much just the 3 Brawlers and Faust. You want to keep the 3 Brawlers alive. You do not want to kill them. I guess you could probably have 1 die, and 2 will be fine enough, but it's just going to take a little longer to defeat Faust. But pretty much you just flip Reedy around, and at the very end there, you take out one of the operators and keep baiting. And you want to keep the healers there. And you want to continuously push Faust. Now, how did this strat came to be? My thought process is it first came to be at least when CN players realized that you could push Faust at the very end, or at least push him somewhat. This was kind of discovered, at least with CC3 or CC4. I'm not too sure which CC. I think it was C3, because 4 was very recent. It was 3, I think. Pretty much, Seven Uki released a video, and he was pretty much just bullying Faust, and he was pretty much able to push Faust away from the goal for Faust. And that's pretty much how the strat came to be, where it's pretty much just a long game to eventually kill, then use the cannon to mega yeet Faust out of there, and with the slowdown from both Myrtle and S2 of Angie, it was enough to continuously push him away and continuously do damage to eventually kill him. And that's pretty much the strat that I think a lot of people just went to, because, you know, Kyobe, it takes a lot more resources to do the Kyobe routes, and it's very, 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 very strict as well. I think it's actually way better to go with the reedy route, but it comes down to the operators you have and which route of it being very RNG or not RNG, and pretty much I didn't really have any operators built for either or, and I was just not interested in trying to build more operators just to get higher risk when it doesn't really change anything for me. Hence, the highest risk is 27 that I cleared, and we'll see how CC3 becomes. I don't know how things are going to go. I will grab Surtur, obviously. Next upcoming banner, I'm only going to be doing tenfold. Hopefully I get Acid Drop. Acid Drop is like the only thing I'm interested in the banner. Not that great of a banner. Not that great. If it's waifu, that's it. Aside from Arknights, I say she's not bad. It's just she's very niche with her skills, and skills is what you want to look for more than stats. Granted, her stats are kind of stupid, but her talents and stuff like that, it's just like, she tries to be defender, she should have been a guard. That's pretty much all I can say. So they wanted to do archetype for defender, and they're just like, why don't you make it a guard, but as a defender? And that's literally the archetype for Arknights. But yeah. There's nothing really much else to note. Nothing too crazy. You don't have to go crazy for the banner. It's not necessary even for high-end content like CC or integrated strategies or whatever comes out. It is not, Arknights is not needed. But she's there, and if you use her, you can. It's not like you can't, and you can find use for her. And she's not bad, but it's not necessary. And then, of course, I feel like the worst of the banner is Flint. Worst of the guards. Honestly, Ethan and Myrtle, and Manticore, my bad, do way better job and the same job as Flint. And Flint just only has one range, and it's just like, honestly, you should be using Ethan or Myrtle instead of Flint at that point. Even with the guard buff, brawler buff, yeah, it's just better to use the other brawlers, to be real with you. Not needed to use Flint at all. Probably one of the worst 5-stars as well, in my opinion. But that's, again, my opinion. Obviously, the Pharrell Fair, I mean, if one of the more better Arknights players that likes to build operators is like, it was a mistake building, that just kind of shows you how bad the operator is. The thing is, the reason why she sucks is the fact that she goes from her skill, or talent pretty much changes her skills to physical that was originally arts, and that actually really hinders her. Which I'm talking about Tomini, if you guys don't know. And then obviously, Acid Drop here, I think is actually really underrated in my opinion. Honestly, there isn't much, like, there's not a lot of people that have done anything with her. And I feel like she has a lot of use. It's just that very underused operator that I think is actually really decent. Just a lot of people haven't used her, which is sad. But anyway, aside from the future operators and CC2, like, talking about the daily stages, the one last thing I want to talk about for CC2, I noticed that, like, the, common, trends, like, Speak 2, for both permanent and daily, boosting the speed for enemies, which wasn't, it was kind of annoying, actually. There were some maps that were just brutal. Compared to first week versus second week, there was a lot of stages that I couldn't master second week. Some of them were very brutal. Some of them weren't fun. But there were some stages that I actually did manage to get max risk. Like, I'm surprised. I honestly thought, like, week 2, I know week 1 for East Armory was, like, stupid, and I was not able to max risk, or find a way to max risk. Do know, I don't have a lot of the common broken operators built, like Silver Ash. So for those that are like, wait, you're a whale! What the fuck are you talking about? It's because I don't have Silver Ash built, okay? But anyway, aside from that, week 2, I was able to max risk. I was actually surprised. I think mostly due in part to Suzerain keeping operators alive and slowing them down a lot, on top of the fact of Thorns doing a really good job at the top there, and able to help with blue poison on the top, and then actually just being able to deal with everything on the bottom. And then, all I can really say about East Armory is just make sure you use those machines, those devices, man. They do make a difference, in my opinion. Even though they don't really weaken the drones, the slowdown is really nice, especially since the trend was the speed up for them, so it just kind of worked in tandem, plus Suzu. But yeah, the daily maps were here and there. Frost covered ruins, really like a lot of the stages I really like. Some surprises. The easiest was probably week 2 Broken Path, in my opinion. Maybe there is another one to note, but I feel like Broken Path Week 2 is probably the easiest of the daily maps. But aside from that, there's nothing really much else to note. Thank you for watching the video. All of this stuff I've done recently have been on Twitch. I've stopped streaming on YouTube for a lot of reasons. I would do more with YouTube, but maybe it's something I'll consider doing. Maybe, like, I don't know. I'm going to probably ask Discord that, or ask you guys that if you want me to do, like... I know, I was thinking of doing Faye. So maybe Faye on YouTube? That could be something we could do. And something that we could probably do. But until then, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Peace.